Are you tired of listening to the same old metal and rock bands all the time? Today I'm taking you on a journey to get to know and hear 6 fresh metal and rock bands that you need to know about. So whether you're into glam metal, death metal, groove metal, or something that is totally out there, I got you covered. And in this video there are 2 genre-bending bands, especially band number 6. I'll be very curious to hear what you think. I've been a metalhead for over 40 years. I live, breathe, and sleep metal and rock. I see over 100 live bands per year, so I'm constantly on the lookout for something new. But let's face it, finding new metal and rock is not always easy, but that's where friends come in. And with my tech-savvy friend, we created New Metal and Rock Weekly that comes out every Friday on Spotify, updated with all the new releases. Big bands, small bands, old bands, new bands, everything is on there. And now this playlist can become your shortcut to find new metal and rock. So hit subscribe on Spotify, there is a link in the first comment in the description below. And it goes without saying, all 6 bands in the video today have featured on this playlist at some point in time. So sit back, get ready to hear something new. First off, we got Gatecreeper. It's a death metal band out of Phoenix, Arizona. They started in 2013 and their last album came this year, Dark Superstition. Check this out. This album is a total throwback to kind of old school death metal, think bands like Entomb, Dismember and stuff like that. And they're wearing their influences on their sleeves. They're not even trying to hide it. But I honestly feel that the songwriting and the execution here more than makes up for what one could say is lack of being original. And I wouldn't be surprised if this album, Dark Superstition, turns up on Album of the Year list, at least in the death metal category. It's great from start to finish. And Gatecreeper are going to be touring the US and Europe this fall and winter, so you might be able to catch them live. The next band is a bit more polarizing. People either love it or they hate it. It's an acid metal band that was founded in Canada, but I think they relocated to Australia. The band is called Sabire. Check this out. Now, I find this sound unique. It's kind of like glam metal drowned in reverb in a acidy swamp somehow. I'm not sure I can describe it differently. I really like this stuff. This new album, Yacht, that just came out recently, it's a little bit long though. It's 15 songs, so it actually might be good to listen to something else in between just to clean the palate a little bit. So if you're into Wasp, Mötley Crüe, Rat even, then you might want to give this a listen, and I'll be very curious to hear if you love this or hate this. Here comes one of those 2 genre-bending bands that I mentioned in the beginning, and that's actually what makes this band awesome. So think about this. System of a Down meets with Muse and Tool, they have a baby and they name it Molybaron. Molybaron are a French/Irish band that has been around since 2014. They've made 3 albums. What I really like about this is how unpredictable this music is. 1 minute it's indie rock, 1 minute it's industrial rock, and then something completely different, but somehow it all works. They're actually gonna tour this winter around Europe, so you might be able to find them live somewhere near you. Now, if you're digging this video so far, now might be the perfect time to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit notification bell. I have more bands coming up in future episodes, and that playlist that I mentioned, guys. Subscribe to that on Spotify for a weekly update so you stay on top of everything new that is coming out. We're heading to Japan for Vesper the Aerial. This band was originally known as Disgrace, but they rebranded last year, dropped a new album called Devote Eternal, and that took their sound kind of away from a metalcore sound to something like this. Now this stuff is high quality stuff, so if you like melodic death metal but would like it with a Japanese twist, then definitely check this out. They're touring with Omnium Gatherum in Japan now, but I haven't seen anything outside of Japan. Now I knew about this band before I had ever heard them, and that is because the founder is a girl that is really hard not to see. It's an all-female band called Cobra Spell, and it was founded by Sonia Anubis, who had been a guitarist in Crypta and Burning Witches before. Now Sonia is a straight-up guitar hero, and they dropped an album last year called 666. Check this out. When I listened to this album, I thought, okay, Whitesnake meets Iron Maiden or something like that, but it's performed by a killer all-female band. Obviously, the guitar playing here is amazing, but the singer, Chris Vega, she's also really, really good. They're going to be touring Europe in the spring, and I'm definitely going to catch them live here in Prague. Now, this band here is the second genre-bending band that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. This is like a box of chocolates. You never know what's going to come next. This band is called Chapel of Disease. They're from Germany. Someone described them in a comment on my channel as the dire straits of death metal, and I was very curious, so I started diving in. Chapel of Disease started as an old school traditional death metal band, but they have gone far away from that. Check this out. This band kind of blends the whole thing. It has prog, it has gothic, it has old school rock and roll, even some shoegaze. It's really, really hard to put a label on this, but I'm going to try to call this post-death metal. And when I was thinking about, so for whom is this? Then bands like Tribulation and Moonspell came to my mind. But on the other hand, I'm not sure, because it's just so unpredictable. You really have to check this out by yourself. And they have a couple of more gigs left in Germany this year, but no other tour announcements that I could find. So drop a comment below. Did you know about those bands? What new bands are you listening to that I need to know about? Remember that Spotify playlist, and then if you missed my previous episodes on other up and coming bands, you can find that up here.